An Anti-Immigration Guide. Chapter 1. Why we don't want immigrants. The anti-immigration sentiment. I was brought up in a society that was about 95% white and Christian. I liked it that way. It felt safe and nice, like everybody was on the same wavelength, like we were part of a great society. Then the politicians started bringing in a bunch of immigrants who don't look like me, act like me, and some of them don't even want to integrate. If you don't want to integrate, you don't belong here, but everybody has human rights, even if it means you dress and think like a third world medieval slave. I'm supposed to be politically correct and say that's okay. You can invade my country. I dealt with it by divorcing myself from my society and country. I'm an individual now with no allegiance to any political or ethnic entity. The world can do all the stupid things it wants. I don't care. I focus on living a good life for me. The good days from after the war until about 1995 are gone. Some people say the attempt to make the world multicultural is an attempt to weaken all nations so that the chosen few elitists can then come in and rule us all as the bunch of wimps that we are. According to a few people, all this immigration is an attempt to break down the pride and sovereignty the great societies used to have, like Europe, the UK, US, the Spanish Empire, the French Empire, etc. This weakens these great societies such that they lose their economic and military power, so that the evil group doing things behind the scenes get more power until they can eventually take over. It's part of the idea of a satanic group of people wanting to rule the world by weakening the nations with immigration, which destroys their cohesive cultures. The search engines are biased against anti-immigration groups. When I did an anti-immigration online search, very few anti-immigration groups showed up. What shows up is pro-immigration groups bashing anti-immigration. Frosty Woolridge says how immigration is destroying the U.S. FrostyWooldridge.com. Facebook.com/FrostyWooldridge. Twitter.com/FrostyWooldridge?N. The idea of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights assumes a free world where you can go wherever you want. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights is at un.org/overview/rights.html. It was created on December 10, 1948. I think it fails because it doesn't account for me in my homeland. I want to live here in a relaxed atmosphere without foreigners and strangers coming around here to share the space with me and impose their cultures on my lifestyle, but we're way past that in Canada. Immigration has changed the landscape from a peaceful homogeneous population to a multicultural society with no traditional values left. Everybody is out for themselves. Everybody is politically correct because they're afraid of saying what they feel, which is that we had a great country once, now we got a selfish crap hole because there is no one great common culture. Here are some articles from the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Article 3. Everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of person. Article 14. 1. Everyone has the right to seek and to enjoy in other countries asylum from persecution. 2. This right may not be invoked in the case of prosecutions genuinely arising from non-political crimes or from acts contrary to the purposes and principles of the United Nations. Article 15. 1. Everyone has the right to a nationality. 2. No one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his nationality nor denied the right to change his nationality. So many so-called refugees have flooded into the modern nations that they've taken jobs away from locals, caused a shortage of housing, flooded our schools and hospitals, etc. Many don't want to integrate to our modern way of life. They insist on wearing their third world clothes, which look kind of scary if you are walking around in public all covered up, especially on a hot day. People have said that refugee programs are a scam because they don't bring real refugees in. The people administering the programs bring in their friends, people with money, criminals, and other undesirables from foreign nations pretending they're refugees, paying somebody off to get the immigration documents. Certain organizations make money from the government for helping refugees settle into the new country. They make money off refugees while many of the locals feel that their once beautiful countries are being destroyed by an influx of strangers. The Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire, an historical work by Edward Gibbon, published in 6 volumes between 1776 and 1788, states immigration and multiculturalism as 2 keys to the fall of Rome. Abraham Lincoln said a house divided against itself cannot stand. You can't have 100 different cultures and a sense of peace where everybody is walking around happy, loving and calm. You need one standard culture, a common ground. I grew up in that culture. It's gone now, replaced by no culture, a fear of being politically incorrect if you speak out against any minority, culture, or lifestyle. I don't understand having refugees when we already have plenty of poor and homeless people here. If they don't want to integrate into our culture, they don't belong here, but it's too late for that. Refugees have invaded some places to the point where they've taken over. Christians invited Muslims to come live with them in Lebanon until enough came for them to say, let's kill these Christians and take this country for ourselves. Look at the major Western cities where refugees and illegal aliens have flooded to. You can go on youtube.com, type the name of a city and followed by words like homeless, refugees, illegal aliens and watch the videos. It looks bad. I saw a video of some park in Paris populated by Africans in tents, complete with all their stuff and garbage. Where do they go to use the bathroom day after day? That's how you destroy great civilizations. It's simple. There are way too many people for the resources. If economic development lowers my quality of life by virtue of more people here, it's bad. What's the sense of building new houses and strip malls with no qualitative increase in the quality of life? We're screwed unless somebody in charge can figure out that we have to stop the population explosion. People can't seem to understand. Stop building. Enjoy life now. The lower the population, the better quality of life. Chapter 2. Anti-Immigration Resources. Americans for Legal Immigration, alipac.us. Alipac.us is the huge anti-immigration organization that fights by contacting politicians and posting up the way they vote. Americans for Legal Immigration. Post Office Box 30966, Raleigh, North Carolina 27622-0966. Tel, 919-787-6009. Toll free, 866-703-0864. FEC ID, C00405878. Alipac.us. Politicians generally support immigration because their business is to win elections. William Geen of Alipac is at renzi.com, renzeradio.com. Anti-immigration websites 1. WahiriAliens.com. American Immigration Control Foundation. AmericanImmigrationControl.com. California Coalition for Immigration Reform. Huntington Beach, California. CCIR.net. Federation for American Immigration Reform. Washington, D.C. Ferus.org. National Organization for European American Rights. Mandeville, Law. Duke.org/nf/index.html. Number Susa. Arlington, VA. NumbersUSA.com. Project USA. Long Island City, NY. ProjectUSA.org. The Social Contract Press. Petoskey, Mich. TSCApress.com. The Stein Report. SteinReport.com. VDare. VDare.com. Voices of Citizens Together /American Patrol. Sherman Oaks, California. AmericanPatrol.com. The Federation for American Immigration Reform, FAIR, ferus.org. Peter Brimlow VDare.com. Carrying Capacity Network carryingcapacity.org. Negative Population Growth. npg.org. Numbers USA. NumbersUSA.com. The Social Contract. TheSocialContract.com. Immigration Watch Canada. ImmigrationWatchCanada.org. Anti-immigration websites 2. ICE.gov. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Heritage.org. the Oversight Project. Tracking movement of illegal aliens from NGOs. Fairus.org. U.S. Immigration Reform. Stop Illegal Immigration Fair. IllegalAliens.us. TexasAttorneyGeneral.gov. DHS.gov. Department of Homeland Security. ICE.gov. en.wikipedia.org/illegal_immigration. Alipac.us, against illegal immigration. AmericanImmigrationControl.com. azconservative.org. CIS.org, Center for Immigration Studies. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/illegal_alien. Fairus.org, Federation for American Immigration Reform. IllegalAliens.info. IllegalAliens.us. ImmigrationInsanity.com. IMMIGRATION-USA.com. IMMREF.com. Renzi.com. ReportIllegals.com. SaveOurState.org/forums/index.php. CIS.org, the Center for Immigration Studies. HelpSaveMaryland.org. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/opposition_to_immigration. David Frum, How Much Immigration is Too Much? The Atlantic. theatlantic.com/magazine/archive/2019/04/david-frum-how-much-immigration-is-too-much/583252. The Case Against Immigration, WashingtonPost.com. washingtonpost.com/wp-srv/style/long-term/books/chap1/against-i.htm. Overpopulation Issues popcouncil.org unfpa.org, populationactivities.populationsecurity.org, populationissues.rand.org/research_areas/population/overpopulation.com populationconnection.org, 800-767-1956 populationinstitute.org, 800-787-0038 prb.org, populationreferencebureau.undp.org, population development. earthdirectory.net/population, the World Directory of Population, Demography, and Immigration Organizations. numbersusa.com/content/files/pdf/retreat2.pdf, the Environmental Movement's Retreat from Advocating U.S. Population Stabilization, 1970-1998. visualcapitalist.com/visualizing-the-world's-top-plastic-emitting-rivers, the world and number 039, top plastic emitting rivers. visualcapitalist.com/mapped-the-median-age-of-every-continent, the median age of the population on every continent. frostywooldridge.com/overpop/overpop.html, overpopulation, why bring in people to compete with our citizens for jobs and usra our finite resources. Zero population growth 1400 16th St. N.W. number 320 Washington, D.C. 2003622-332-220 populationconnection.org. Anti-immigration organizations from guides.library.columbia.edu/c.php?g=70973 $P=$5072094. AmericanPatrol.com, American Patrol Report. AmericanImmigrationControl.com, Americans for Immigration Control. Alipac.us, Americans for Legal Immigration. CIS.org, Center for Immigration Studies. EnglishFirst.org, English First. Fairus.org, Federation of American Immigration Reform. Heritage.org, Heritage Foundation. LimitsToGrowth.org, Limits to Growth. manhattan-institute.org, Manhattan Project. Midwest Coalition to Reduce Immigration.org, Midwest Coalition to Reduce Immigration. baseic.net/Minuteman Project, Minutemen Project. npg.org, negative population growth. numbersusa.com, numbersusa. Anti-immigration websites at youtube.com. Go on YouTube, type anti-immigration then a country or city name. You'll get some videos. Chapter 3. Anti-immigration websites from frostywooldridge.com/info/links.html. Free articles at frostywooldridge.com/articles/articles.html. Free articles. frostywooldridge.com/overpop/overpop.html, overpopulation, why bring in people to compete with our citizens for jobs and use our finite resources? Environmental websites. ecofuture.org/pk/pkdirs.html, ecofutures environmental directories. ecofuture.org/pk/pkinfo.html, ecofutures environmental information. ecofuture.org/pk/pikergs.html, ecofutures environmental organizations. ecofuture.org/populat.html, ecofutures population links. National anti-immigration organizations. immigrationcontrol.com, Americans for Immigration Control. aicfoundation.com, American Immigration Control Foundation. AmericanWorker.org, Coalition for the Future American Worker. House.gov/Bilbray/IRC, Congressional Immigration Reform Caucus. DiversityAlliance.org, Diversity Alliance for a Sustainable America. EnglishFirst.org, English First. 911FSA.org, 9/11ths Families for a Secure America. FAIRUS.org, Federation for American Immigration Reform, FAIR. Affilius.org, Friends of Immigration Law Enforcement. File. FireCoalition.com, Fire Coalition. IRLI.org, Immigration Reform Law Institute, IRLI. MCDCHQ.com, Minuteman Civil Defense Corps. MinutemanProject.com, Minuteman Project. AliPac.us, AliPac, Americans for Legal Immigration. NPG.org, Negative Population Growth, Good Research. NBPC.net, National Border Patrol Council. NSWBC.org, National Security Whistleblowers Coalition. NumbersUSA.com, NumbersUSA.com. Fax Congress for free on U.S. population/immigration issues. SanctuaryLaws.com, Police Officers for Immigration Reform. ProEnglish.org, ProEnglish, Fax Congress for free. ProjectUSA.org, Project USA, Billboard Campaign. StopImmigration.org/home.html, Stop Immigration Now. Suspensions.org, SUSPS, Sierra Club members supporting U.S. population stabilization. TheAmericanResistance.com, The American Resistance. TeamAmericaPAC.org, Team America, Political Action Committee to elect those who support defending America's borders. USBC.org, U.S. Border Control, a lobbying organization. US-ENGLISH.org, U.S. English. VeteransForSecureBorders.us, Veterans for Secure Borders. FairImmigration.com/ID3.html, Vietnamese for Fair Immigration. Informational websites and organizations. BorderPatrolEDU.org, Border Patrol EDU. How to become a Border Patrol agent. ImmigrationRGS.org, Immigration Orgs, Immigration Organizations. Morty'sCabin.net, Morty's Cabin. 14THAMENDMENT.US, 14th Amendment and Birthright Citizenship. Multiculturalbunk.com, The Absurdities of Multiculturalism. UK. AmericanPatrol.com, American Patrol, news and video feed. AmericanBorderPatrol.com, American Border Patrol, reporting on incomplete border fence construction. BetterImmigration.org, Americans for Better Immigration, Congressional report cards plus presidential candidates. BorderInvasionPics.com, Border Invasion Pictures. BorderViolenceAnalysis.typepad.com, Border Violence Analysis, Mexico's Drug War. CIS.org, Center for Immigration Studies, excellent research and reports. Subsidiary websites. Center for Immigration Studies.org, Center for Immigration Studies. Center for Immigration Studies.info, CIS staff. Center for Immigration Studies.net, CIS videos. Center for Immigration Studies.us, CIS labor and job studies. Center for Immigration Truth.org, Center for Immigration Truth, exposes attacks by the Open Borders Network. Center for Jobs and Immigration.org, Center for Jobs and Immigration. Common Sense on Mass Immigration.us, Common Sense on Mass Immigration, pocket-sized briefing booklet. CustomsCorruption.com, Corruption on the Border, Corruption within the Customs Service. USCONGRESS-ENVIROSCORE.org, CUSP, Comprehensive Congressional Environmental Scorecard. Daylaborers.org, Day Laborers, Criminals Allowed into Our Country. DesertInvasion.us, DesertInvasion.us, articles and photos of the invasion and border destruction. DesertVisions.us, Desert Visions, photos of trash left by illegal aliens in Arizona. EnvironmentAndImmigration.info, Environment and Immigration. ecoffuture.org/pop/rpts/article_retreat.html, the environmental movements retreat from advocating U.S. population stabilization. Article. EscapingJustice.com, Escaping Justice, Murderers Escaped Back to Mexico. e-verifile.us, e-verifile, e-verify information. FamilySecurityMatters.org, Family Security Matters. ecofuture.org/populat.html, ecofuture population resources, comprehensive information and links. GetMeCountryBack.com, Get My Country Back. Cosmosmyth.com/human_population_crisis.htm, human overpopulation crisis. IllegalAliens.us, IllegalAliens.us, illegal aliens are stealing from, not benefiting, Americans. Illegal.globalincidentmap.com, Illegal Alien Tracking System, interactive map. ImmigrationCounters.com, Immigration Counters. ImmigrationWatchCanada.org, Immigration Watch Canada. ImmigrationWatchdog.com, Immigration Watchdog. IMMEvazion.us, Immivasion, Immigration Political Cartoons. ImmigrationWelfareCost.info, Immigration and Welfare Cost. ImmigrationsHumanCost.org, Immigration's Human Cost, Human Interest Stories. vdare.com/man/reporting_aliens.htm, how to report illegal aliens. uscis.gov/graphics/shared/howdoy/illegal.htm, how to report illegals. By Department of Homeland Security. Limits2growth.org, Limits to Growth. MigrationPolicy.org, Migration Policy Institute. NoAmnesty.com, NoAmnesty.com, sponsored by the National Border Patrol Council. OutsourceOutrage.com, Outsource Outrage, outsourcing video. PredatoryAliens.com, Predatory Aliens, crimes against children. SanctuaryCities.info, Sanctuary Cities. SecurityCenterForImmigration.com, Security Center for Immigration. SmartBusinessPractices.com, Smart Business Practices. TheSocialContract.com, The Social Contract, books, publications, and The Social Contract, an excellent journal. AmericansOV.org, Society for American Sovereignty. SprawlCity.org, Sprawl City, shows the surprising relationship between population growth and sprawl. StopAmnesty.us, StopAmnesty.us, 2004 News Conference. Census.gov, U.S. Census Bureau, Data and census.gov/cgi-bin/pop-clock, population clock. vdare.com, vdare, blog, and articles on immigration. voiac.org, v.o.i.a.c, registry and database for victims of illegal alien crime. Overpopulation.org, World Population Awareness. Zazona.com, Zazona Jobs Destruction Newsletter, Job Outsourcing and High-Tech H-1B Visa Workers. Activist websites and organizations. ANCIR.org, American Council for Immigration Reform. Maryland. AmericanJobsFilm.com, American Jobs, documentary on American job loss. AZBorderWatch.us, Arizona Border Watch. FreedomFolks.com, blogs for borders/Freedom Folks. BlueServio.net, Blue Servo, Virtual Border Watch. BorderCounties.org, Border Counties Coalition. BorderFenceProject.com, Border Fence Project. ChooseBlackAmerica.com, Choose Black America. Citizens for a Constitutional Republic.com, Citizens for a Constitutional Republic. Citizens for a Secure Border.org, Citizens for a Secure Border. CitizensForLaws.org, Citizens for Laws. CoreyLegalDefense.com, Corey Legal Defense, Selective Prosecution of ICE Agent. Deportalians.com, Deportalians.com. ForTheCause.us, For the Cause. FreedomFolks.com, Freedom Folks Blog. HirePatriots.com, Hire Patriots. ImmigrationBuzz.com, Immigration Buzz. IllegalImmigrationBumperStickers.com, Illegal Immigration Bumper Stickers. IIPR.com, Institute for Immigration Policy Review. Let'sTakeBackAmerica.com, Let's Take Back America, United Patriots of America. Unofficial Minuteman-type websites. AZBorderWatch.us, Arizona Border Watch. CampoMinutemen.com, Campo Minutemen. MMLV.us, Las Vegas Minutemen. TXMinutemen.com, Texas. UnitedStates.fm/mmpbands.htm, bands and music. UnitedStates.fm/congressmanwatchdog.htm, High Desert Minutemen, Congressman Watchdog. GilchristAngels.com, Gilchrist Angels. MothersAgainstIllegalAliens.org, Mothers Against Illegal Aliens. NoInvaders.org, NoInvaders.org. NoMoreAmnesty.com, NoMoreAmnesty.com, sign petition. OutsourceCongress.org/outsource/congress/sch staffers.html, outsource Congress, send email to Congressional. PatriotUnion.org, Patriot Union. ProgrammersGuild.org, Programmers Guild, opposing outsourcing and high-tech H-1B workers. ProtectOurBorder.net, Protect Our Borders. ReformUs.org, ReformUs.org, petition to the President. ReportIllegals.com, ReportIllegals.com, easy way to report illegal aliens for a nominal fee. SecuredBorderSUSA.com, SecuredBordersU.S.A, petition. SmartBusinessPractices.com, Smart Business Practices, encourage businesses to stop hiring illegal aliens. StopIllegals.info, StopIllegals.info. StopTegTAA.org, Stop the FTAA, Stop the Free Trade Area of the Americas Agreement, which incorporates an open borders agenda. StopTHeInvasion.com, StopTHeInvasion.com, activist website. SupportBorderControls.com, Support Border Controls. TheTerryAndersonShow.com, The Terry Anderson Show, every Sunday evening on the Internet. If you ain't mad, you ain't payin' attention. USABorderAlert.com, USA Border Alert. UsBorderWatch.com, USA Border Watch. UnitedPatriots.com, United Patriots. Let's Take Back America, based in New Jersey. SecureAmerica.info, United to Secure America. WakeUpAmericaFoundation.com, Wake Up America Foundation. WeHateGringos.com, we hate gringos. WeHearyAliens.com, we hire aliens. WayneDefense.com, we need a fence. Don'tSpeakForm.org, you don't speak for me. State and regional organizations. AgOregon.org, Alternatives to Growth Oregon. Oregon. AmericanFreedomRiders.com, American Freedom Riders. Arizona. Americans for an Immigration Moratorium, Arkansas. AsAnderson.org, The Anderson Report, Southeast Arizona Regional Update, Arizona. BorderCounties.org, Border Counties on U.S. Mexico border, includes cost studies. BorderGuardians.org, Border Guardians. Arizona. Choice.flashbit.us, Choice. Indiana. CCIR.net, California Coalition for Immigration Reform. California. CAPSweb.org, Californians for Population Stabilization. California. Webpages.charter.net/CIR, Carolinians for Immigration Reform. Carolinas. CCIIWC.com, Citizens Council on Illegal Immigration. Utah. ImmigrationControl.netFirms.com, Citizens of Dade United. Miami, FL. CFIRDallas.com, Citizens for Immigration Reform. Dallas, TX. C4ICE.com, Citizens of Pennsylvania for Immigration Control and Enforcement. Pennsylvania. Sierco.org, Colorado Alliance for Immigration Reform, CARE. Colorado. CTCIC.net, CT Citizens for Immigration Control. Connecticut. DefendColoradoNow.org, Defend Colorado Now, ballot initiative to deny services to illegals, Colorado. The Dustin Inman Society.org, the Dustin Inman Society. Georgia. FLyman.org, Floridians for Immigration Enforcement. Florida. FLSSPOP.org, Floridians for a Sustainable Population. Florida. HelpSaveVirginia.com, Help Save Virginia. Herndon, VA. iFire.org, iFire, Indiana Federation for Immigration Reform and Enforcement. Indiana. IllegalImmigrationJournal.com, Illegal Immigration Journal. Arizona. IRCOT.com, Immigration Reform Coalition of Texas. Texas. OKIRON.org, IRON, Immigration Reform for Oklahomans Now. Oklahoma. LatinoAmericans.org, Latino Americans for Immigration Reform. California. MassImmigration.com, Massachusetts Coalition for Immigration Reform. Massachusetts. ImmigrationReform.org, Midwest Coalition to Reduce Immigration. Midwest. MNF4Sustain.org, Minnesotans for Sustainability. Minnesota. MNSIRProject.com, Minnesotans Seeking Immigration Reform. Minnesota. MFire.org, Mississippi Federation for Immigration Reform and Enforcement. Mississippi. NCListen.com, NC Listen. North Carolina. NewYorkIce.us, New Yorkers for Immigration Control and Enforcement. New York. OJJPAC.org, Ohio Jobs and Justice PAC, OJJPAC. Ohio. OregonIR.org, Oregonians for Immigration Reform. Oregon. PA4ICE.com, Pennsylvanians for Immigration Control and Enforcement. PAN2004.com, Protect Arizona Now. RIIL.org, Rhode Islanders for Immigration Law Enforcement. Rhode Island. SaveOurState.org, Save Our State. California. SmallTownDefenders.com, Small Town Defenders. Hazleton, PA. Webspawner.com/users/SCTIR, Southern Con. Citizens for Immigration Reform. Connecticut. SovereigntyColorado.com, Sovereignty Colorado. T-FIRE.org, Tennesseans for Immigration Reform and Education. Tennessee. TexasBorderVolunteers.org, Texas Border Volunteers. Texas. TexansForImmigrationReform.com, Texans for Immigration Reform. Texas. TRIM.org, Tri-State Immigration Moratorium. New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. LOCAL2544.org, U.S. Border Patrol Tucson Sector Local 2544. Arizona. USCFile.org, United States Citizens for Immigration Law Enforcement. Connecticut. ULCIR.US, Utah League of Citizens for Immigration Reform. UFIRE.net, Utahns for Immigration Reform and Enforcement. Utah. WFIR.org, Washingtonians for Immigration Reform. Washington. YESONPROP200.com, Yes on Prop 200. Arizona 2004 Initiative. Personal websites. albartlett.org, Al Bartlett on exponential growth. eaglescourier.com/index.html, American Sentinel. frostywooldridge.com, Frosty Wooldridge, writer. americankernel.com, Journal of the American Kettern. americankernel.com/culture/immigration.htm, immigration section. otisgraham.com, Otis L. Graham, Jr., author of Unguarded Gates. legalamericanfolks.com, Legal American Folks. david.mitchellmail.com, David Mitchell. oneoldvet.com, One Old Vet. sherrycorrell.com, Stand Up for America. johntanton.org, John Tanton. usans.org, USAENS. Contact elected officials. numbersusa.com, numbersusa.com, fax Congress for free on immigration issues. betterimmigration.org, Americans for Better Immigration, Congressional Immigration Voting Records and Contact Info. fairus.org, fair, look up your congressperson. congress.org, congress.org, look up and contact your elected officials. congress.gov, congress.gov, find your congressperson. firstgov.gov, firstgov.gov. U.S. Government Official Web Portal. mygov.governmentguide.com/mygov/home, Government Guide, U.S. and local elected officials. House.gov, U.S. House of Representatives, U.S. Congress, House and Senate, 800-648-3516, 877-762, 8762, 202-224, 3121, 202-225, 3121. OutsourceCongress.org, Outsource Congress, email Congress and congressional staff. Senate.gov, U.S. Senate. vote-smart.org, Project Vote Smart, U.S. and local elected officials. whitehouse.gov/contact, White House, President, the White House, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. NW, Washington, D.C. 20500. www.capwise.com/y/dbq/officials, Yahoo, map to find state and local officials. U.S. Government Information. DHS.gov, Department of Homeland Security, Public Contact Line, 1-877-287-8667 or 202-282-8000. USDOJ.gov, Department of Justice, Attorney General, 950 Pennsylvania Avenue, NW, Washington, D.C. 20530, 202-616-2777. USCIS.gov/graphics/shared/statistics, Office of Immigration Statistics, Definitions and Statistics. infoplease.com/IPA/A0878064.html, Presidential Oath of Office. uscis.gov/graphics/shared/about us/statistics/IMM02-year-BK/IMM2002.pdf, immigration statistics, immigrants. thomas.loc.gov, Thomas provides detailed information on legislation, bills, congressional record, committee information. census.gov, U.S. Census Bureau. recenter.tamu.edu/data/pops, real estate center, state population data derived from the Census Bureau. customs.gov, U.S. Customs and Border Protection Public Information Office, 202-927-1422. lcweb.loc.gov, U.S. Library of Congress. archives.gov/national-archives-experience/charters/declaration.html, United States Declaration of Independence. memory.loc.gov/const/declar.html, more information. archives.gov/national-archives-experience/charters/constitution.html, United States Constitution. law.cornell.edu/constitution/constitution.table.html, more information. gpoaccess.gov/constitution, analysis. archives.gov/national-archives-experience/charters/bill_of_rights.html, Bill of Rights. memory.loc.gov/const/bor.html, more information. memory.loc.gov/const/amend.html, constitutional amendments. News websites. c-span.org, C-SPAN, watch your legislators in action. capwiz.com/aic/dbq/media, capwiz media list, find media outlets by zip code. cnn.com. unitedstates.fm/wakeupAmericacd.htm, web radio for those who love the United States. Discussion lists. groups.msn.com/American Border Issues, MSN. American Border Issues. Usenet News Groups, alt.california.illegals, alt.politics.immigration. Browse archives with google.com, Google, select groups. Groups.yahoo.com, Yahoo Groups, Border War, Close the Borders, MMP Chat, and more. Chapter 4. Anti-immigration websites from immigrationwatchcanada.org. Australia anti-immigration websites from immigrationwatchcanada.org/links/Australian-organizations. WeCanDoBetter.org, We Can Do Better Australia. PopulationParty.com, Stable Population Party of Australia. Population.org.au, Sustainable Population Australia. Canada Immigration Organizations at immigrationwatchcanada.org/links/Canadian-organizations. actforcanada.ca, Act for Canada. blazingcatfur.blogspot.ca, Blazing Cat Fur. campusfreedomindex.ca. canadiancitizens.org, Canadian Citizens for Charter Rights and Freedoms. canadianculturalsociety.ca, Canadian Cultural Society. cbcexposed.blogspot.ca, CBC Exposed. cireport.ca, Canadian Immigration Report. immigrationreform.ca, Centre for Immigration Policy Reform. sinkinglifeboat.blogspot.com, Canada, the Sinking Lifeboat. sustainablesociety.com, Canadians for a Sustainable Society. campaignlifecoalition.com. rebelnews.com. truenorthinitiative.com. peoplespartyofcanada.ca. citizengo.org. gianownersofcanada.ca. canadafreepress.com. UK anti-immigration organisations at immigrationwatchcanada.org/links/u-k-organisations. earthlymission.com/farmland-map-of-the-world, farmland map of the world. europeansworldwide.wordpress.com, the ethnic European. goodlife.leeds.ac.uk, a good life for all within planetary boundaries. imigration-concern.info, Immigration Concern. MigrationWatchHook.com, Migration Watch UK. OptimumPopulation.org, Optimum Population Trust. population-growth-migration.info, Gaia Watch. U.S. anti-immigration organizations at immigrationwatchcanada.org/links/u-s-organizations. AliPac.us, Americans for Legal Immigration PAC. Balance.org, Population Environment Balance. Cierco.org, Colorado Alliance for Immigration Reform. CAPSWeb.org, Californians for Population Stabilization. CarryingCapacity.org, Carrying Capacity Network. CIS.org, Center for Immigration Studies. CounterJihadCoalition.org, Counter Jihad Coalition. earthlymission.com/farmland-map-of-the-world, farmland map of the world. ferus.org/site/pageserver, Federation for American Immigration Reform. globalism-and-freedom.blogspot.com/2019/Jews-and-mass-immigration.html, Jews and mass immigration. growthmadness.org, Growth is Madness. illegal-immigration.com, Illegal Immigration. immigrationcontrol.com, Americans for Immigration Control. migration.ucdavis.edu, Migration Dialogue. mnf4sustain.org, Minnesotans for Sustainability. npg.org, Negative Population Growth. refugeeresettlementwatch.wordpress.com, Refugee Resettlement Watch. thesocialcontract.com, The Social Contract. visualcapitalist.com/China-provinces-country-population, China population by province. visualcapitalist.com/mapped-the-median-age-of-every-continent, the median age of the population on every continent. weform.org/agenda/2019/03/this-is-the-best-simplest-world-map-of-religions, simplest map of world religions. migrationpolicy.org/programs/data-hub/us-immigration-trends, US immigration trends. vdare.com, vdare. wehirealiens.com, we hire aliens. patriotcoalition.org